Welcome again. It is still Good Morning Anambra, and this is our discussion segment. My name is Steli Joma, and Ugonna is also with me. Ugonna, good morning.
Good morning. It's amazing to be here again, and it's amazing to talk to the people and let them know what we have for them today. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, in this segment, we are going to look at sanitizing Anambra markets to achieve economic development. That is the topic for this morning. There are a lot of attachment to this topic that we're going to, bring in as we progress. But when we talk about markets and when we talk about the economy, it's a specialized area. So we have to bring in somebody that will tell us exactly what we need to know or hear about this. The guest that has joined us this morning to look at this all-important topic is Dr. Obinna Ngonade. Dr. Obinna Ngonade is the Honorable Commissioner for Commerce and Industry. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Ugonna. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Have you been here?
No, this is actually my first time of coming around.
Okay, so relax. We don't bite, we chat. Okay?
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yesterday we went talking on how best to keep Anambra State clean, during which we were able to discover that our markets generate waste the most in this state. Yes. Of course, the Deputy Governor was here yesterday night in expressions and told us what they're going through in Anambra State trying to clear the waste generated in Onitsha, especially, and the environs anyway. Okay, and today we are continuing with that. This is rainy season, so if there's any time we need to be more concerned about our environment, I think it's this period. Okay, now that we have the Honorable Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, the ball is on your court. On the monagi, and the begging, they generate lie the waste sickly seen over there. So, can you kiss where free a battle and if it is what they tackle that problem?
Ima, waste to environment, and the Commissioner for Environment and the Deputy Governor has done a lot in that. In fact, it was the first thing. Immediately they were sworn in, they moved, and they were doing a lot, and we got quite a lot of commendations from the job they've done so far. But Ndafia, as it concerns me and my ministry, they have a lot their part to play in this thing. Because I don't understand how people can be trading in a very, very dirty environment. So when you see these things, it's very easy actually. It's very easy to gather waste, and we come to pick up this waste. We encourage people not to be throwing dirt around. We should have like dustbins in front of your shops. You collect it, then the government, the environment people will come and pick it up. So it's actually very, the most important thing, what we are trying to teach them is to make sure that they play their own part in helping us achieve this aim.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. First, I wanted to say a big congratulations to you and on your assumption as the Commissioner for Trade and Commerce in the state.
That's correct.
Welcome. Congratulations. Moving on. Yes, our market in the state has actually been something to talk about because, when you go to various markets, you begin to ask yourself, what is really happening? Do we have someone in charge of this and all of that? But, well, the Commissioner will be telling us now. We're talking about sanitizing markets in Anambra State. Quickly tell us, the word sanitizing, what exactly does it really mean when it comes to keeping the markets clean?
That's the term sanitizing market. What it means for us is trying to make the whole ecosystem, like the whole thing in the market. We are talking about bad leadership. We are talking about leaders, trade union leaders not being accountable. We are talking about underreporting the number of markets we have. We are talking about revenue collection. We are talking about crisis in the market. We are talking about, it's supposed to be about the welfare of the people. Oge, my father had not an afia. It was about the welfare of the traders.
Okay.
Leadership was about the welfare. But leadership will be also illegal government. You can imagine there's a lot of deficit in revenue collection. And how do you expect the government to work for you when the traders pay these taxes and levies and we don't get them? So that's what we are doing. We are driving this reform to make sure the government gets what they're supposed to get from the markets and to make sure we provide the infrastructures that are needed in the markets.
Let's talk about the states at which things are when you assumed office, because a lot of people probably who assume office will say, yes, I met in a good shape, I met in a bad shape, and all of that. Presently, what would you say the state of our markets is when you assumed office?
I have to be honest with you. I spent the better days of my first 20 days looking at petitions. There were a lot of crises. I had, immediately I got into the office, I had to start dealing with petitions from different trade union leaders. Most of them were selfish. Someone will come and tell you, oh, government that's the kind of things I see. Then people bring in petitions. Some of the things we did was based on those because we have to go in and investigate. And I have to tell people, this ministry is not just about markets. It's about a whole lot of things. We have industries to deal with. We have small and medium enterprise businesses to deal with. But we haven't had time to do that because we are dealing with these markets. So we have a lot of things that are going wrong. Now we are talking about ICT. Why we are talking about ICT is bringing ICT in revenue collection. It's because we need to plug the holes in revenue collection. Okay,
before we get to that, Honorable Commissioner, before we get to that, because you touched a very important area that I want us to clear very well before we continue. I know that recently Mr. Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, dissolved some of the market leaderships, and that seems not to go down well with some of them.
Yes.
Okay. As a Commissioner for Commerce, how are you handling this to ensure peace and order in our markets?
No, first of all, what the governor did is quite commendable. I'm going to tell you for a fact that 90% of people in Mafia are happy with what we did.
Really?
Yes. I'm going to tell you 90%. That 10% is people that are selfish. People that want the things to be before. So the 90% mature the development of this state, show the progress of this state, are very, very happy with us. I get a lot of congratulatory messages on this since we did this, and I'm sure the governor is getting that as well. So we looked at these things carefully. People are not happy with these caretakers. Like I said, they are underreporting.
Are they all caretakers? I heard some of them were duly elected.
Yes, there were 2 flawed elections. The number of my office was a law court.
Okay, 2 flawed elections.
2 flawed elections. Okay. And I can tell you, we investigated those things properly, and the elections were not conducted, it wasn't transparent.
Okay.
So a lot of people were happy with what we did, I can tell you for sure.
Very, very important. Okay, very.
All right, so let's hear what you really have to say. You talked about the conditions, you've been dealing with petitions and all of that. How far have you gone?
The result is what we just did. By dissolving the 30 markets where we have caretakers and the 2 flawed elections, that's the result. And this is not the end. So when we are done with this, there are so many areas in the markets that we are going to touch. So
you talked about the fact that some people, a lot of people rather, are really happy with the decisions the governor took, and some other people, some disgruntled people who are not. Where does this leave the whole market ecosystem? How is this going to affect them?
I said before that this is about the welfare of the traders. This is about providing infrastructures that the markets need. This is it's not about people.
Okay.
It's not about those people that are not just want things to be the way it used to be. The government collect suppose to government to provide these infrastructures. We don't want that. So we looked at these things carefully. We are driving a reformation that is going to be very, very transparent. we are talking about the elections. We said we are going to conduct the elections in March, and that's going to happen.
Oh, really?
So the election is going to be transparent. It's going to be free and fair. It's
all
option A4. Yes, these markets are dissolvable.
Okay.
We are coming in to conduct the elections. And the caretakers INS set up is a very, very rigorous process. Everybody is going to be profiled. Everybody that is going to be here, that is going to be a caretaker, is going to be profiled. We are making sure we are giving the markets the best caretakers. Is it a
caretaker issue now or duly elected
we know we are putting up caretakers first. So after the caretakers, then in March, I am the election.
Oh, okay.
So the caretakers are going to help us.
Okay, March is next year.
Yeah, March next year. March 2023, yes.
All right. Okay, let's continue. In all this, where does the market leadership come in? What is on now after dissolving this? Have any caretaker taken off? No. How are you controlling the markets? Who is in charge?
We are actually, some of these markets, they have BOT members. So they're supposed to take charge of the market. You will put caretaker. Like I said, it's a very, very rigorous process. We don't want to get this thing wrong. I caretaker, then next week, you don't need dissolve, go. If it comes to that, we are going to do that because we want to get this thing right. So like I said, I need a profile on your caretaker. On your caretaker. We are going to profile the person, so to make sure we get it right.
Let's talk about how long these problems, have lingered. How long has it lingered, before, and how do you guys intend to go about it, before you probably came on board?
Let me tell you, the past administration, they have a lot of good intentions, I have to confess. They wanted to do the right things. Some ways they aggravated it. But what we want to do is to match our good intentions with our results. That's what this administration is trying to do. We want to do the right things, but we want people to see the results as well. So we intend to drive a reform, and we want people to confess, that's what we're trying to do.
Okay, this rejigging, if you want me to call it, that we are doing in our markets now, I must commend you, is a good one. But what will it be? What will be the impact of this exercise on traders, business transactions, and the entire commercial sector of the economy of Anambra State?
Now, if you go into these markets, some of them have the right toilet facilities, for instance. They don't have pipe-borne water. They don't have firefighting capacity. Like I said, it's about the welfare of the traders. Okay. It's not just about the revenue. We want their levies and taxes to work for them. So it's going to work for the government in providing those infrastructures, and the traders will be happy at the end of the day. It's about their welfare. That's what we're doing.
If there's one question I've always wanted to ask, when it comes to this market, sanitization and all of it. Ekoka here in Awka is, one of the places almost everybody in Awka, and even people who are not, who doesn't reside in Awka, come to buy stuff. Yeah. And if you go to a Awka market, I know the previous government, did their very best to see how they could decongest, what's happening in Awka. Now you find out that it's difficult for cars to ply through in Awka, and you see a lot of people selling by the roadside and all of that. You are the new Commissioner for Trade and Commerce in the state. What would you be looking to do at Awka, particularly?
Okay. So, Awka is a capital. It has to look like a capital. If you read the governor's manifesto, you will see that Awka is a priority, as well as Nnewi, Onitsha, and Ekulobia. What we are doing in Awka, we are going to do in most of the places in Onitsha.
Okay.
Now, what we intend to do is to one of the things we are going to be doing in the next couple of weeks.
Honorable Commissioner, because is it or the possible nige butunata?
Okay.
Before you continue, because when you I am Honorable Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, be fair no now. But in a watch program, no well if no contribution actually there's a phone line on your screen. You can start making your calls now. Go on, sir.
So Awka in particular. Emma, we are working with the Commissioner for Transport.
Okay.
We are going to clear those people on Nilo. We plan to put wire girls, like to erect fences.
Okay, good.
On that road.
Good.
Kai wapuzie those people kai chumie hebe ha supposedly no. So after the hanoni mafia. So when we put that wire girls Nilo,
Okay,
we are going
one
to
on the express.
Yes, on the express, and that along that road, they are fiade. So those people are manputazing European trade.
Okay.
So that's what you. That's
a barrier.
There's going to be a barrier that is going to prevent them from coming to the road. So when you put us in the road, the man in a so they are going to be penalized for coming to the road to come and trade. We want this place to look like a city. Yes, yes, and we are asking the union leadership to help us. I've spoken with them. I've communicated my intentions to them. I'm going to enjoy and Hacho. They are willing to do that for us.
Okay, how willing are they? Okay, let's take this call before I ask that question. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Please do us a favor. Turn down the volume of your TV set. All right, so please, I'm going to plead as much as possible. When you try calling us, please turn down the volume of your TV set so we can hear you clearly, you can hear us clearly, and we can have a very good and decent conversation. So I was going to ask, I know, because you know, we really worked for the past government, and there were plans, you know, they had for Ekoka, and I know one of the plans was, I'm seeing if it was going to be possible to move Ekoka market away from there to somewhere much more comfortable, much more convenient, and of course it's got a large space that could, you know, accommodate a lot of other traders. With what you explained about the barriers and all of that in Ekoka, would that be a solution? Or
hello?
Okay, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, your name and location.
I'm born from Nnewi, election again na afia kwa ojide coach ibe ha na-eme ndị na-azọ afia majority na-enwe aṅụrị n'ihe ha na-eme anyị chọmara achọ ka ntụ eri obenalụ because ebe ọbụla esi wepụta ndị ga-edeme election ahụ ndị mmadụ nwere ike nwee interest ọkamma n'ojigbo tụọ alụ malụ ka ọ ga-esi wee kpọta ndị enwere interest n'ife gbasara afia alụ m na-atụ ụkwụ ọbụ n'oge ekwu eme ndị PSN ya yọọ ọba ha nye mmadụ yọọ ndị fada ha nye mmadụ yọọ ndị agịrị ka ha nye mmadụ ebe anyị bụkwa ndị ụkọchukwu ndị ara azụ abịa nwere interest ebukọ ọfa n'oge gwafa kụnye n'ime ha ịpụta ga-esi eme elekshọn a bịanụ wee ziga kpatapata eme ka na-esi onwere onye ga-ekwu okwu ọya bụ alụ chọ ka ntụli a na-ebe na ya ụzọ aka ga-esi na ya bụ elekshọn ndị afịa niile onye ọbụla adị hapi nọọ ndị ha chọ ka ewepụta ndị dọkịta wee zuo fine let's enwe time.
Yes.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you for joining us from Newi. Thank you very much, sir. I think I recognize that voice. Okay, let's move on.
So I was asking a question. Would that be a solution, the barriers and the barricades you talked about, trying to show the traders from coming to the road, which I feel is going to be good. But like I said, I know the past government did everything, you know, they could within their power to see if they could move the Ekoka market, you know, away from.
When I came into Oka, that was the first question I asked. Is it possible to move these people from here? Are you moving? And where this sentimental attachment to Ebin or Ebido is everywhere. Even I've spoken to the Nnewi. We have a similar case now, electronics in Nnewi. It's along that road, Onitsha Road. Yeah, Hanonilo. There's a location for them. But how to remove? But the leadership in Ebao, they are happy. They want these people to move. But how to remove? So we are going to come in there. The last administration attempted it, and some stakeholders, stakeholders.
Okay, talking about movements, we just read from our news this morning that a drug market will be at Oba, and we are asking, is it going to be a movement moving that of the bridgehead to Oba or another drug market?
That's a very, I've been listening to different stakeholders, none of that drug market or Wowo. Napa. We've been communicating. We have two options, Oba and Obunike.
Okay.
Oba, Adigo, before Obunike Abia. I'm not favoring any whether no Oba or whether no Obunike. But the most important thing is that they are going to move. The 191 Dorak wanted them to move. Okay. I don't know how that story ended. So the place, Ijebanwe, is not conducive for trading. Yes.
But sometimes someone don't do
yes.
a whole lot of things, but they will not understand.
And we have to checkmate if you cannot checkmate the activities of the traders. We hear a lot of stories coming out from there, and we are interested in that place. We are interested in what they are doing.
Okay.
We are talking about drugs.
Let me push you there, Commissioner. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and your location.
Can you hear me very well?
We can. Please tell us what's your name and your location quickly.
Okay, I'm familiar with Peter Ozemena.
All right. KBC at one now.
Right now, I'm calling you from Kaduna.
Kaduna, Dalarine.
Go ahead.
Ghanaian.
Yes. And I'm going to make a go to the Honorable Commissioner. And to make environmental conducive. I'm going to so far who is sanitized after na I'm asking for the Agua local government precisely. So around about and the activities now on there. And I am on the development there. Those people know within the roundabout I continue November now, it makes the main market of Florida to be used. So I don't know where that is to that roundabout. We can that roundabout that expand for motorists to have access through. So it's an America, all man is a buyer now you can type as a big of Florida should be in the paper.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Okay, we're going to take a break here to bring in Treasure Ogo to guide us on her trip to Ekoka, and let's see what we got as it concerns the challenges that the traders there are facing. Treasure.
We are here at Ekoka Market in Anambra State to find out the challenges they face. I am Ogo Treasure. Join us.
The basic challenges we are facing at Ekoka Market, a tax. You know, these people that are selling vegetables in the barrow, you wonder how people they are giving them 200 naira. Somebody that will not sell, and they'll ask him or her to pay 200 naira, and it's a must. But I thought that the governor of Anambra State has said that it has to be put to stop. But they are still resisting in that issue. And again, there is no road in this market, there is no gutter. As in, if you are here, when the water is falling, you can't even stay on it. It's like I don't know how to put it, but I think the problem is from the people that is inside this market, because whenever rain falls, they will be putting rubbish inside the water. So where are they expecting the water to drop those rubbish? Whereas they have where they are dropping waste bin, but they will not go there to drop the waste bin.
Yeah, I came to the market to buy something, and the prices has really changed. Everything is now too expensive. When I mean too expensive. If it were to be before, when you come to a Ekoka market like this to buy something, you know, a lot of people are coming in to buy. They will even push you, madam, shift and all that. But this one, there's no more human being trafficking. Everywhere is just so free. People are not even coming to market to buy things like before, because they don't even, I don't know. They notice that things are too expensive. They can't even afford it.
Due to even in Nigeria, even in the Ngalon, I go to Mujavi, go to I go to Ayan Help. Due to Anden Abbey, go and Yafia, and I had Jesus Ego, ba na-akwụ na ba akwụ ọjọ ego ụfọdụ si na-ejikwa ụgwọ ụfọdụ na-akwụ ọhụ ụgwọ so ebe ọba ka ahịa si tọwọrọ na nweghị ebe anyị anaghị erenwuzi ahịa onye bụ nsogbu anyị nwere n'ahịa kịta o zukwere ahịa eke ọka niile ma ibe niile ma ebe onye ọbụla na-agbajeji bụ na ndị ya na-eri eri iresata ego niile ga-erecha ewere eje aka ya n'ihe oriri ka i wee nwee ike wee dị na ndụ ma ndị be gị so n'ọnya bụ nsogbu anyị nwee kịta n'ahịa eke ọka.
Goods are now very, very exorbitant. The crayfish, like this crayfish I'm holding now, before you match it 3 at the rate of 100 naira. But look at it now. Look at what they tied. The nylon, we are buying 100 naira. This one is 200 naira. But when you match it 3 like this, it will amount to 100 naira. We don't know what to do again. No, we are just praying to God to survive because not only crayfish, everything is very, very exorbitant. Go to Gary now. You can't be able to Gary paint before it's 400 naira, but now it's 100 naira. Almost everything is very, very costly these days. People are just trying to live.
When it is raining, as in it's terrible, mostly at this line. You can't even pass. And also all these tax force, distracting all these hawkers not to sell because let me say, so someone will carry something of 500 naira and you tax that person 200 naira, what's the gain there? There's nothing there to show now. And also, all these abolus from inside the market, they'll come here and be taxing us. It's like, let me say, every end of the month, we pay here 115 for each shop without nothing, no roads. They won't provide anything. If you don't pay, they'll destroy your own market. Everybody pays it here. Nothing is happening. The government should have, if it's all these policemen, they will be on a move to try to investigate, find out by themselves. They will see it by themselves. They'll just come hang around, wearing muftis without even knowing it's them. And when they come, they will ask them questions, and if they don't explain much, they will take them to the station and they'll try to explain what the money is for.
Okay, welcome back. It is still Good Morning Anambra, Friday morning. Thank God it's Friday. I love Fridays because after today. Thank you very much. I know Honorable Commissioner Kanokuya, Commissioner for Chemist and Industry, Dr. Ngonadi Obina. Welcome, sir. Odema, before we continue, let's see those of them that have joined us in our social media platforms. The first person here is Chuka Okeke. Mr. Commissioner, you are doing very well. Your ideas are great and they require a lot of courage and tact. Okay. And then Uche Chukwu Ojibe. Ekoka is really worse. The traffic is crazy. Imagine going to the market and end up staying up to 30 minutes on traffic. And then Uche Chukwu Ojibe. The roads to the markets are really bad. And Uche Chukwu Ojibe again says, please sir, decongesting Ekoka would be nice. Onye Mechi Cyprian Njama. Hope I got your name right. Great job, Mr. Commissioner, with a thumbs up. Okay, these are the people that have followed us, and then more people are coming. Ebere.
Wow, you actually had some of the comments from them. But we're still with the Honorable Commissioner for Trade and Commerce. And Industry, rather. Okay, I was going to ask, the sanitization of the market, what form is it going to take?
I did mention before, if I name one, I said it's about the welfare. This is what we are doing. We are going to put caretakers that will be there till we conduct the election. I went 10 months till March to conduct the election. This is what it is. We are going to enumerate. Actually, my mother didn't know. Actually, my shops so anywhere. Like I said, in that under reports, every 6,000, a second or 3,000.
There's a bad on the other side.
Yes. So, KZK we provide, actually provide infrastructure.
Yes.
So, any enumeration, I channel also revenue. When I try to boho, I suppose it's boho accommodate 6,000 shops, not 3,000. They report like. So everybody put a channel, maka ego governor China. But the truth, we need 3,000 account offer. Na pocket mother corner. And that's why these people it's not about the welfare, it's about their pockets.
Okay.
Imagine now people na bali na afia now collect list. Now drop names of government officials. In fact, when came with I said no that now collect name list. Or now people ego.
Even though you're not aware.
It was good you said.
I've never met this person.
Oh,
I've never seen this person. And then my wonder Anambra. Ndadi desperate. Biko. And when you lego janalia. Because one fully start if na fagadria.
And this is not business as usual.
It's not business as usual. Had the very desperate. Madu ya benefits. The same biko can make caretaker. Name your price. Can you imagine the desperation?
Wow.
What are you looking for? Iwa government na after the 6,000. Now after the 6,000, meanwhile after shops of the 12,000. You will cause a tea in a pocket. If you say commissioner, you name your price, yeah. Caretaker. That's rubbish. Desperation.
And they really want to initiate you to their system.
Of course, they
Thank
can't.
God for you. Okay, so away from the markets now, you can still be making your calls and asking questions, but away from the market because he is Commissioner for Commerce and Industry. Let's look at the industries. What are the businesses that are classified as an industry in the States? What and what will somebody be doing to say that this is an industry?
That's a clever one. Industries, right? When you are producing, then it's an industry.
Pure water.
Yeah, it's an industry.
Anything that you're producing.
Anything you're producing, then it's an
industry.
industry.
Filling station and they spring up every day, so industry.
Again.
Filling stations, gas stations.
That's commerce. That's trading. But
okay, car trading.
Yes, and car trading, car commerce.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, still on sanitizing markets in Anambra State. What do you think the people of Anambra, what would they be expecting from your stay as the Commissioner for Commerce in the state?
A lot. And it's going to be good news. I believe all. Mr. Governor. His antecedents, you know, he's somebody. This is somebody I talk to every day, and you see his zeal and willingness to perform wonders, and we are going to perform wonders in the market.
Anambra is Sika.
Yes.
I understand. I know what I say when I say Sika. And when it comes to the issue of markets, you just give some instances about desperation, somebody coming to your office trying to, convince you why you should make them caretaker and all of that. Let's talk about some of the challenges you think this,
Are you saying that this is not obtained in any other southeastern state? It's only in Anambra?
When it comes to issues like this, they want to make the most of it. Let's talk about some of the challenges, the markets is facing, because now that the caretaker committee has been dissolved, a new one will be coming up and all of that. Let's talk about what and how you intend to, go about this.
Some of the challenges they are facing is, when you come, it's in our government that we don't have convenience. These are some of the challenges they are facing. We have reports, Anakata, Afia, Abuoko, and want to fire fighters to stop that. So what is expected from us is to provide those facilities.
1 minute, Mr. Commissioner.
Good morning.
Yeah,
yes.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, thank you for joining us. Your name and your location.
Okay, my name is Karitu Sotoya. I'm calling from Wanita.
Adam Magani Runa.
Okay, please, when I'm making a good day, program, whether Commissioner I offer you fight for the first week of what is an Anambra State. Commissioner we bring your background. But when Papa gets the land, they voted that you get away, the boy that you get away, the Anambra. I don't can you go commissioner, or I don't go commissioner, especially when they come up there, that will have to take you over. Or that with Anambra State.
Nataba wana. Nataba walungwayo. Kaiba lo the way forward.
Even the could be back and they got to mind to wear. Allow me to go to wear it. I'm going to give us our phone. I want to name Amanka, you never had an even kind of money, like every imagine, or I will at the election, you know, the other will catch up with your name with it on. The other commission on where I want to be there with the Nima in Africa. On a good not 3 years, just about another event in the election. Or after Anaka to put it, look at what you were to see every man as you are still a commissioner. I don't know, you're going to educate you know, I am going to come to them and especially who election government council. Or when I go to Kevin, I'll go to case like what ever come to we will get a come over Aka, no more wherever, because I don't care another election. I when I used to take you over. Election of the every year of one, or free and fair. Go to where I did for them, but every election on the free and fair. Leave out your man with it. But every year or just at the commission, it was I don't know. But I have another son and I want to go to years. I didn't think money in the election can happen. That's what I came over the man this time. I'm not going to ever go down to your mother. I thought I have always mistake here, but I'm out of commission of it. I would have gone to the room, everyone that brought around when he might be. I didn't know what some of my guy was showing him out. I thought I could throw a young woman. Come out of the one I didn't do that. You see, there's a female of my imagine through the one.
Oh, the ma.
Yeah, I'm right.
Oh, the massa.
Dollar in
Oh, no, dollar.
Oh, no,
Amen.
Dollar in there.
Yes.
Oh, no, for my.
Amen. Dalo.
Now.
Thank you very much. Dalo. Odima anemeno. If you go ka okusiaga. Mana I na jo kita ndi next na ya za call fa biko babazi ano kita I ga za call no. Ima no we call the nuku made na ekwu okwu na ani okwu no. We are ready to pick your calls now. Yeah, hello.
Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Your name and location now.
Good morning.
Adamana. Can I find KBC abo?
Okay, you know Abakaliki now.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ganiru.
And that's all right, people. One thing that I get a liar, we do why I know. What's the government that the truck, the lorry truck driver? Not that this man gets them 3,000, they refuse. Welcome to this man, the remote gentleman. Welcome to the lecture was around 5 in the morning. And then after they around 6. That's not what I was doing. So people for that, people also. People come out and they run away. I know they go early in the morning.
All right,
Hello?
yes,
Oh,
we can hear you.
I am not give you na.
I'm a
Also, no, obodo juo ya wenwe ike na azu afia ife na eme na aga. Dalo, ayi ghọta ife na-ekwu dalo. Ngwano.
Dollar in there.
No, look one of man eboy.
You know, this is actually a very very important one because the governor was speaking on May Day, you know, Workers' Day, and he talked about this particular ag bureaus. He said during his campaign time, you know, everywhere he went to, what the people were always saying was, take away these people from the road. These people are a problem. And he stated it clear on Sunday at the Kweme Square that they will leave. Yes. They will leave. He's made an observation. Is there anything you'll be doing?
They left, but they are gradually creeping in.
No, they're not supposed to be there. The governor specifically said that these people supposedly from our parks.
Okay, 1 minute, please.
All right, well, let's go ahead.
They're supposed to run on Africa, he's supposed to run on our parks. Only we every time on opportunity to speak to the traders and the Anambra. na ndị suppose no so onye ọbụla na-eme ha is a criminal onye ọbụla ka na-akwụgharị n'ụzọ na-ana ndị mmadụ ego is a criminal and you report such thing to the police they are not supposed to be there so onye ọbụla ka nọ n'ụzọ na-ana mmadụ ego bụ onye oshi and you're supposed to report it to the police.
Okay.
All right.
Odima, we are still moving. On the industry, again, I'm taking you back. How do you intend to handle this double, or what do they call it, taxation of the small and the medium scale industries?
Yes. Industries when categories, and when payments, each one, suppose they now, and we are looking into it. So another thing we are doing is we've listened to complaints about.
All right, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and location. Okay, Roland. All right, go ahead, Roland.
Good morning. I want to thank you for this program and what you have been doing, and also the honorable commissioner for commerce and industry. I've been following your talk this morning. I must confess that your program or your plans are of a good. I think it's going to change Anambra industry, the market, for good. But I would want to plead if we should put more of practical work, mostly in the area of these debt. What is debt? Or is the way in the market. So that's the area of fire extinguisher. I think it should be nice for every shop to have fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
It will help a lot in this aspect of fire outbreak. Then lastly, look into this area of South in the market. Let us see how to call it, because it's affecting the market. The customers that come, people that come from far and near. It's really affecting them and affecting the market, the business.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sorry. Let me just respond to this last call.
Go ahead.
When we hope firefighting and putting extinguishers is one of the reforms we are trying to drive.
Oh, yes.
I make sure that all the shops is a law. It's going to be a law that now all the shops will have fire extinguisher. You're going to put fire extinguisher, and when we come to the shops, we expect to see a fire extinguisher at our shop. If not, you'll be fined. So we all have a responsibility to play first.
Okay.
Now, after I walk, you put the fire extinguisher. Maybe before I want the fire service.
Okay. Yes. Talking about fire extinguisher, we had Martins Abule, the fire chief. Okay, here. When was that? I think it was on Tuesday. And we asked him the possibility of all the big markets in Onitsha, in Anambra State, having a standby firefighting equipment.
Yes. Like I said again, within 1 month you start seeing that.
Okay.
We are discussing with some people, and they talk say,
wow.
Now you are getting a fire service. At least the major markets.
Okay.
Yes. Let's see who has joined us.
Let's take our final calls while we round up. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Your name and location quickly. We don't have that time.
I come to Obi Ifediora.
KBC at Obi.
Am I on the program?
You are onto the program.
Go ahead, talk to us. You're watching us.
I'm calling from Onitsha.
All right. Go ahead. Make your contributions fast.
Now let me make my humble submission.
Go ahead. Dani Runa.
Doctor, no.
Okay, Keben.
I know.
Dalo.
I congratulate you for the appointment. Anyway, you were in the Kobalani, Olo, Nazumafia, Anambra. That was also Kobalani. Manambo, can we get a quarter? I'm not sure.
Yes.
If I got a little for the and when for the popular name and all of going for you, people from a good background, don't agree. Wow. Actually, people get mana ogige chọrọ ikwu na ọ bụrụ na anyị emetụrụ ibe gara aga aka nke anyị ga-afụ ọdịnihu nwere ịkọtere anyị arụ mụnwa bụ onye na-ekwu okwu anọ na main market azụ azụ abata main market 1986 and aka nọ na ya ruo taa so ife ọbụla na-aga na ya na-ama m anya ya nwanne m achọrọ nke tie anya n'ala tie anya na mmiri rapụ ndị ọchara aja tipụte ọcha aja tipụte ọchara aja tipụte mgbakọ na-eme na main market banyelu ego a na-anakọta o nwere mgbe m na-edezi ya na page na Facebook and some of people na-ajụ ya for instance ama na ego kọrọ ọ na ego adịrọ na akpa ndị gbasara ọrụ ahụ bịa ọ na-achapụ ụlọ arụ ekwupụrụ nghọta mana ife na-eme adịrọ mma ọ mmadụ na-arụ ọbata odozie ya e nwere nwa plaza nọ na ya n'ime azụ o lụrụ ebe 300 shots and a na-anakọta ego buru ibu oke na ọrụ dị ya bụ ọrụ bụ na abịa ego ga-asị kootu ụlọ ejekwu ego na bank mana ka m gwa ya eziokwu most of over 200 and 300 plaza dị na main market akụkọta ego abịa buru ya n'aka ezi egwu ya ebugo ruo n'ebe a na-eje ebe a na-akpọrọ anyị bụ White House atọsa ya kesaa ya mana ama na Israel nwere iko na ntikorugbo ebe a ga-esi were ego adọkwunye na bank were ihe the evidence of payment.
Ọ dị mma ọga chịkọtaba chịkọtaba na anyị na-anazi ana biko o
ebe m nọ bụ for the ajọ na ebi ọkụ close to 4 years ka nabara ego mana ọ nụrụ ụbọchị ịwụtara evidence of payment bụ na akwụkwọ ụgwọ na abịagolo ego abụọ so ọ bụrụ ife sọbụla onwe ya aga ebe a ka esi were eri pegi so ife ndị metụbara ya ka o riri nne mgbe ụfọdụ ịnọta na shop na line enwe over 300 shops documented ma 100 shops na local government mana abịa o nwere shop ọ yara asụ shop ọrụ mmadụ nọbụriri ya n'ọbịa agaghị ego mmadụ ịtara na solid megide 10,000
ọga chalo kọmishọna ga na-akpọ unu ọ ga na-akpọ unu stakeholders meeting
ana m arịọ ọrụ iwe nwee ike natata ma wetata ihe gọọmenti na-ekwu ka ọrụ wee gaa ọfụma
daalụ biko daalụ we have given you enough time kọmishọna kwuru na ọ ga na-akpọ unu meeting unu na ya ga na-akpa na-atụ alụ ịghọtago so akpọzia ụdị meeting na town hall meeting onye pụta okwuo ife ọma daalụ nọ anyị ga-anakwa Madam Commissioner, as a new Commissioner for Commerce and Industry in Anambra State, what are your plans in promoting commerce and industry? I think it's the last question we're going to ask you before we go.
Because this is, I don't want the time to go into it, but we have a lot of plans.
I know. No, you just started coming now, so you will keep coming.
Yes. I have just about market and where small and medium enterprises.
Yes, you talked about the ICT and all the rest.
Yes, we have industries. We have a lot of funds that new industries can access.
I was actually going to ask you that, you know, whether is it through ASBA or...
Yes,
okay.
Of course, yes.
Okay.
And we're one from Bank of Industry. So we are going to tap into all those things. We are working to promote our industries. Security, infrastructures, power, we have a lot of plans, and we want Anambra to be very progressive.
I know. I'm so happy. I'm excited. I know that from this moment on, that it's going to be a very good experience for the Anambra. Of course, we knew when we were going to the polls that this is what we want, and that we will know where to go with them. Thank you for coming. Honorable Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Dr. Obinna Ngonade. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Are coming in.
I'm sorry, but don't worry, he will come again. At least we're going to make it a monthly something, because the buy was a kind of waffle. Okachasko si bata fiani, kafiani si bata polo. Yotago, Dalon Ebere must go.
Well, it's time for us to go, and of course, we want to thank you for joining us this morning. All of you who have called this morning, thank you so much, Dalarin, and we urge you to keep, following us on the ABS. And of course, get the latest you can get.
Oh yes, and for the workers this morning, great guys, the team, good morning, Anambra. Thank you very much. The cameraman, the director, the producer, Ifi Unachuku, the executive producer, Geb Obaleze, our MD, a whole lot of people in the house who thank you. It is weekend, so let's go home.
Yeah.